round of the Eastern Conference Playoffs. The Knicks have a commanding 3-0 series lead. Is it time for their dreams to be realized? For their thirst to be quenched? Find out tonight as they do battle against the Atlanta Hawks. Will there be an upset in round one? It's all coming up next.
It's Game 4 of this Eastern Conference quarterfinal series. Down 3-0. It's a survival contest, no doubt. Will the series end here tonight? Thanks for tuning in to the NBA playoffs on 2K. So look at our starters for the Knicks. Beasley out there with Yao. Then there's Ellis. Then it's Bryant. And it's Anthony in at the small forward. And for the Hawks, they've got Trae Young. Daniels out there with Jalen Johnson. And it's Mutombo. And it's White in at the shooting guard position. Take a look at the Hawks. This has been a very difficult series for sure. They find themselves in a historically hopeless scenario. Down 3 games to 9.
Well, at least they are here at home. Maybe these fans can light a fire in them, and they can make something out of this series.
Pass to Beasley. Now dishes to Beasley. And it's sent back by Mutombo. Young against Ellis. Here's Johnson. Goes back up. Here's Mutombo. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good.
How about the energy he showed on the glass? Outworking everyone and getting rewarded for it.
And Ellis will bring it up for the Knicks. Outside Anthony. Back to Ellis. Nice passing by New York here. Hit by Yao. Pocket 6. And it's sent back by Mutombo. And it's out of bounds to New York. They'll retain possession. You gotta love strong defense, especially when it comes in the form of harsh rejections. Wow.
And this is postseason play at its finest, refusing to give up shots here in the playoffs. And, you know, he's such a huge figure from a cultural standpoint. He's also someone teammates can feel away with because of that easy
First trip to the line for him here.
Probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you would expect to miss the mark by that.
That's a rarity for him, not being able to cash in on the trip to the line.
Young from outside. The shot's good on the assist by Daniel.
Well, you need to run Trae off of his shot. If Young gets into his jumper, it's normally going in.
The Knicks have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. Bryant outside. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
Matching baskets from the perimeter and the earmark of today's game.
And sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Ellis against Young. Pass to Kobe. Fires the 3. Johnson with the rebound.
Really just struggling here in the first few minutes. 5 attempts with only 1 fall.
Daniels kicks to Young. Here's the teardrop. It's rebounded by New York. Excited about the win on first.
Well, on the road, you expect to look so comfortable on the offensive end, but that was the story of the game.
Well, it comes down to preparation. They were ready for that game and kept the crowd out of it for the most part.
Johnson outside. Nailed from 3-point land.
Yeah, every year in the league, Johnson's become a better three-point shooter. That tells you how hard he works in the offseason.
Knicks trail by 7. Now here's Ellis. Pass to Bryant. And stolen by White. And here we go. Young's got it. The fast break chance. With the putback. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Mutombo's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Oh, a nice tip in to salvage the points from that missed shot.
No second chance points can add up. He was all alone in that.
Oh, good work by Yao, spotting the open man That isn't usually a big part of what he does.
And outside. Right the pass to Young. Stolen by Ellis. 4 on 3 as they bring it up. Go wide open up here for Anthony. Good, and the assist goes to Ellis.
And the defense scattered all over the place off the break. Nice job finding the wide open three.
To Mutombo. And Dwight. Here's Daniels. And outside. 6 on the shot clock. Carmelo Anthony grabs the board.
Another miss. He is struggling with court.
The Knicks shoot their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game. And he knocks down the first one. A different look for New York. Chris Anderson is checked in for Young. And Matt Barnes is subbed in for Beasley.
You really don't even have to watch him at the line. Just listen for the net.
And Young kicks to White. Mutombo sets a screen. It's White on the wing. Guarded by Kobe. Shot clock at 6. The Hawks need to get off a shot. The Hawks again can't hit.
Close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage.
That ties it up.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
And here's Young. He'll bring it up for the Atlanta Hawks. A three. Brings the three-pointer. Young's got 6.
Well, so many things Young could have done there, and he called his own number.
Barnes sets a screen for Ellis. Driving in. Score the basket. His second of 2 attempts.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him to clean look.
Atlanta's gone 3 of 4 on 3-pointers in the first quarter. Doing well from long range. Young's shot is off.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
And they take the lead. 8 points for him.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
Hawks have gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the first quarter. White looking around. On the inside. 5 to shoot. For the 3. Another miss by Young. Now the Knicks with it. They're on a 13-3 run right now. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Hawks. Switcher also for New York. Lynn's checked in. Lynn against Young. Shoots over Lynn. Young's shot is good.
You know, with that quick release, Young can get that pull-up off anytime he wants.
Lynn with it. Anthony on the wing. Over Daniels. And Chris Anderson picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
An occasional over-the-back call is fine with him, and that's just how he plays and how he attacks the glass.
Yeah, some coaches call that an error of commission. You're giving effort, trying to make something happen. You'll live with a few of those.
6 to shoot. Young against Land. Young, no good. Now the Knicks with it. They're on a 13-5 run. And the officials have called the illegal screen right there.
Well, that's already his second foul. And that puts the coach in a tough position.
Zachary Rieseshay is checking for the Hawks. Mutombo is screen on Bryant. And the basket by Mutombo. Matumbo's got 8.
Offensively, it's been a perfect quarter for him. He hasn't missed a single shot.
Knicks trail by 3. Here's Lynn. All scoring in this one. And Bryant wide open. He shoots. That 3 off the mark.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
And the foul on Dyson Daniel. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Hawks making a switch here. Washington's checked in. Now Lynn. Down low. Here's Kobe. No good off the front eye.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something is missing.
Yeah, and sometimes guys just start pressing. The best thing for him is to just slow it down and concentrate on solid shots.
To the inside. The alley-oop layup, very well done.
Oh, just a picture-perfect alley-oop. You gotta love that one, Kevin.
A little surprised, Greg. He didn't go for the big slam, but it works just the same. Lynn against Young. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
And guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, and yet we still see it a lot. It's a tough thing to put into the book.
And that's a block right there. He swats that ball away with some energy.
Well, they didn't make it this far by giving up easy ones. And now their defense is in overdrive.
Atlanta making a switch here. Oakland's checked in. And then for New York. Yao checked in for Anderson. Lynch comes in for Barnes. And Stevenson subbed in for Carmelo Anthony.
Well, when you move the ball, you open up the defense. Great job to make the unselfish play.
Young taking his time here. Abdul Raouf the pass to Young. Hands it from downtown. Young's got 11.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading the line.
Lynch will screen on Abdul Raouf. Out to the right wing. And again, it's New York.
Nice read. Sets his teammate up. You like how they're sharing the ball.
Atlanta's gone 4-7 from three-point range so far in the first. And that one is shot right through.
And that's a special play coming from the one spot.
You know, his passing can take a backseat for that dunk. Wow.
Wow, that is an impressive vertical for a point guard. My goodness.
Bryant on the wing. Looking for Yao. He gets it there. Over Matumbo. And it's Trae Young with the rebound.
Well, the analytics don't like it. But if the defense is giving it up, I like that shot selection despite that.
Jesus checked in for the Knicks. The Hawks leading by 3. Pass to O'Connell. To the middle. And O'Connell slams it in.
Love to see this kind of aggression from Okongwu. Great job playing with force inside.
And here's Lynn. Bring it up for the Knicks. 1:43 left in the first quarter. Hook shot on the way. And Yao gets it to go on the assist by Lynn.
And a hook shot isn't one that a lot of guys use these days.
Here's Atlanta. Here's Cassell. Shot over Lynn. Cassell, no good.
He'll probably hear about that shot selection when he gets back to the bench. Maybe not their best option.
And he comes up with the deuce. Now just a 1-point Hawks lead.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
And so it's Atlanta with it. Here's Abdul Raouf. Okongwu with the screen on Lynn. Rockets 6. Stolen by Jeremy Lin. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. And stolen by Okongwu. 40 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's Abdul-Rauf, and he uses both hands to jam it in.
Excellent both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And that is why you want to run off turnovers. Get down the floor before the defense is set.
On the wing, Stevenson. Rebound by the Hawks.
Yeah, he might want to avoid looking over at the bench for a little bit here. A missed dunk like that is infuriating to a coach.
Hits the three-point bomb. Okongwu's now got 5.
Both teams racking up the points to start this game.
Yeah, and I'm sure both coaches would like to see more defensive intensity from their team.
And so it's the Atlanta Hawks with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. We'll get you back to the action after this break. We welcome you back to Game 4 on 2K Sports. And a chance for just a second now to check out the scoring breakdown for the Hawks.
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
And another thing, guys, they've been very active tonight, frequently creating scoring opportunities off turnovers.
Johnson and Okongwu man the post position. Abdul-Rauf is out there with Cassell. And it's Rizachet in at the 3. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. Here's Anthony. Anderson. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And you gotta love Anderson's hustle, especially how hard he goes after the offensive glass.
Inside, here's Okongwu. And Okongwu slams it in.
Never a bad idea to run the old kick play.
You're right. If it produces a slam like that, we'll probably see more of them.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Gotta communicate and switch that screen.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. Johnson with a screen on Stevenson. Beasley with the steal.
Even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
For New York, they have gone 2 of 4 at the free throw line. And the first one hits. And Stevenson drops them both. The Hawks lead by 4. Okongwu with a screen on Stevenson. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
And they're losing their concentration here, guys. Just sloppy with the ball.
For New York, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Anderson a screen on Johnson. Here's Beasley, and it's Beasley finishing it off.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple. One-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Cassell against Ellis. Okongwu with the screen on Ellis. And there's Okongwu. That's good on the assist from Cassell. 9 points for Onyeka Okongwu. Knicks trail by 4. Stevenson left side. Here's Beasley. Kicks it out to Stevenson. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot.
not quite enough defense. That time around, lucky he was off.
Well, he's a bit of an undersized center, but right there, Okongwu makes up for it with his athleticism.
Now here's Anthony, guarded by Rizachet. Anthony looking it over. Beasley, the pass to Ellis. Shot clock at 6. Beasley sets a screen for Ellis. Over to Seth. Anderson dishes to Beasley. And the shot goes in. Beasley's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Well, that's what you're looking for. Shots from point-blank range.
And the foul on Monte Ellis. That is his first foul of the game. Quarter number 2, around 3 minutes gone by. Good, and the shot. He's got 7 points in the game.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Ellis against Cassell. Anthony on the wing. Okongwu grabs the board. Nice break here. Here come the Hawks. Cassell, the pass to Johnson. The shot's good. Cassell making the play. Cassell's got 6 assists in the game.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
Ellis, the pass to Steve. Here he goes. And he hammers him one down right in the face of Okongwu.
Oh, forget about going for the long-range bomb to cut into that lead. Just take it to the hoop, my friend.
And how? Brilliant throwdown. And Quinn Snyder wants a timeout. Coach needs a moment to talk things over.
And coach is looking to see what they can maximize every possession.
Well, that's the job, right? Your duty as a coach is to finesse your lineups so your guys get the best chance to succeed.
Here's what Atlanta's going to look right now. Tembo's check in for Okongwu. Young is subbed in for Cassell. And a switcher also for New York. Ryan's checked in. Kobe on the tape. And the dunk by Kobe.
Lightning quick off the bounce. Bryant, one of the better athletes to ever play this game.
The Hawks leading by 6. Here's Abdul Raouf. He's got 9. To the paint. Johnson gets the bucket. Johnson's got 4 points in the quarter.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
Outside Anthony from deep three-point land. Good on the triple.
It's striking to see how quick Anthony's release is. Ball's only in his hands for a split second.
Atlanta's gone 5 of 8 from three-point land. 15 points and a deep ball for them tonight. Here's Abdul Raouf. And again, it's Atlanta.
That's a high percentage look when the team doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Bryant outside. And it's off from three-point range. And here's Young. He'll bring it up for the Atlanta Hawks. Here's Abdul Raouf. He's got 11. Shot clock at 5. From 15 feet away, misses off the left iron. Knicks trail by 7. And here is Bryant. 5 points in the game. And good that time. Kobe's got 7 points in the game.
The mid-range, rarely the hallmark of efficiency in today's NBA, but it is on point tonight.
Kobe against Abdul Raouf. To Rizachet. Connects from three-point range. Rizachet's got 5 points in the quarter.
A true highlight of Rizachet's game, his ability to just knock it down from beyond.
Now here's Kobe. He's got 7. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. He's got 9.
Yeah, he's picking it up here in the second quarter after a slow start.
Abdul Raouf against Kobe. Mutombo is screen on Kobe. Pass to Mutombo. The rebound by Anderson. Anderson's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Kobe with it. He's got 9. Anderson inside. Great D that time from Johnson. The Hawks lead by 6. Back to Young. Johnson with a screen on Ellis. Young outside. Before the basket is 5th of the game. He's missed 6 shots against those 5 mates.
Well, this is what Young is capable of every time he steps on the floor. He is a one-man offensive machine.
And the timeout taken by Jerry Sloan. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. Atlanta making some changes. Daniels comes in for Johnson. And Derek White subbed in for Abdul Raouf. Then for the Knicks, Yao checked in for Anderson. Lynch comes in for Michael Beasley. And it's Jeremy Lin in for Monte Ellis. Here's Kobe. Fades away and sinks the tough shot. Kobe's got 11 points.
And now you can see the D having problems stopping the mid-range jumper, just not really closing out as much as they need to.
Young for 3, rebounded by Anthony. Knicks trail by 6. Going inside. Now trying to get open. And that one's good, Anthony. Anthony's got 5 points in the quarter.
And what a take from Anthony, using his athleticism on that one.
Atlanta's gone 6 of 10 from three-point range, up over 50% for the ball game. White the pass to Young. Good on the three-point shot. 16 points for Trae Young.
And let's see, guys, if that triggers another little explosion from him after hitting 3 triples in that first quarter.
All in. Still without a basket. Some nice passing by New York here. Down with the screen on that. Bryant. Rebound by the Hawks. Pass to Young. Into the lane. Rizachet wide open. Chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Kobe with it. He's picked up by Rizachet. Here's Anthony. Up again. Dikembe Mutombo pulls it in. The Hawks lead by 7. Cross contact on the shot, and now a 3-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
This shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
Rashawn Stevenson, he's checked in for Anthony. Knicks trail by 10. Here's Lynn. Down low. Pass to Lynch. Score it. His third straight basket in 3 tries.
That's a fantastic feed right there. Kicking it out for the good look. Plays like this really help team chemistry.
Outside, White. Here's Rizachet. Misses the 3. New York's gone 3 of 7 tonight from 3-point territory. Rizachet with the steal. To the inside. Here's Mutombo. Down with the block.
Oh, this is the impact Ming makes defensively, using that huge reach to block or alter shots.
It's deflected and stolen by Daniels. 1:11 left in the first half of the game. Some solid defense from Bryant. And so Lynn will bring it up for the New York Knicks. 8-point game. Pass to Lynch. Nails the 16-footer. Lynch has got 4 points this quarter.
Look, you love to see this kind of team chemistry. Let's see more of that.
Basket good.
He plays with a real edge. When he's driving inside, he looks determined to beat everyone to the basket.
47 seconds left in the second quarter. And outside to the left side wing. And they call an illegal screen here.
And that's the tough part. Trying to keep him on the floor. Now he picks up that third foul.
And another look at that last play with the AT&T Connected Cam. Looking at who's out there now for the Hawks. Okongwu comes in from a tumble. And Washington subbed in for Riza-Shea. 29 seconds left here in the second. Here's Yao. Yes! And a nice assist from Lynn. Now just a 2-point Atlanta lead. 17 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Young against Lang. 5 on the clock. But 3. That one no good. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Hawks lead by 2. Now let's check in with Allie LaForce on the sideline. What do you have for us, Allie?
You got it. Trey, what's been the key to your effort so far?
Just playing hard. We're playing hard right now. They made a lot of shots, and we got to do better.
All right, Allie, thank you. And, folks, we'll be back with you right after this halftime break.
Hey there, everybody. Halftime of Game 4 upon us.
This has been a display of what we often talk about on this show. Unselfish ball movement usually leads to better shots. Now, I can say this. They're generating a lot of clean looks, guys.
Yeah, it's tough to beat a team that's in sync. Big advantage in the assist column. Check that out. Checking out how the Hawks are doing in this series. They're 0 for 3 in the series. Thanks for spending halftime with us.
And we're with you again as our round 1 coverage continues. Without question, Trae Young displaying his skills today.
With so much on the line tonight, you have to be impressed with the way he came out and set the tone with his aggression.
Well, the lights are bright in this matchup, and he's had no problem playing up to the moment.
So with Kobe sitting on the bench, here's who's on the floor for Jerry Sloan. We've got Beasley. Ellis is out there with Stevenson. Then it's Anthony, and it's Anderson in at the 5.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
The Hawks leading. And outside. Tries the spin move. Right side Daniels. Clock is at 3. Over Anthony. Gets rebounded by New York. Anderson's got 7 rebounds in the game. For the tie. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Anthony's got the game tied up here for the Knicks. Second half rolling along now. About a minute play here. Stolen by Ellis. For the finish. It's Monte Ellis with the finish. Guys, close one here. No team getting a huge advantage.
Yeah, tooth and nail fight so far, guys. These sides match up really well.
Johnson against White. Pass to Daniel. Johnson against Beasley. 4 on the shot clock. Here's White. That's rebounded by New York. Anderson's got his 8th rebound here tonight.
That halftime break didn't seem to do them any favors. Starting off the second half with 3 straight misses.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far. No good on that. And he's good on the second. The Hawks trail by 3. And Young kicks to Mutombo. Pass to Daniel. The Hawks again can't hit.
Well, 4 failed attempts to start this out. Not what they wanted out of the locker room.
Back to Anthony. Daniels with the steal. Now White. Back to Daniels. Mutombo sets a screen. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And denied. He sends it right off the glass.
Ugly start to the second half. They're still scoreless in their first 5 minutes.
Shots good by Anthony.
And I think there'll be a lot of nights like this in Carmelo's future. His offensive potential is immense.
And Pete Snyder wants a timeout. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. Outside, White. Johnson kicks to Daniels. Outside, White. Off the run. Daniels, no good.
Well, this has been a frustrating night for him. Still without any points.
Vincent against Mutombo.
As the lead continues to grow, this is just heady, sound basketball.
Well, that third quarter is when you want to increase your lead. Really building it up before that final quarter.
That's a great look at that move from the Connected Cam, sponsored by AT&T. Here's Young. Johnson, the pass to Mutombo. Johnson sets the screen for White. Young for 3. Here's Mutombo. From down in the low post, it goes. Mutombo's got 13.
And the lead being outworked there on the football. Can't let that happen.
And I can tell you from experience, these are the types of things that drive coaches crazy.
Shots good by Ellis.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Here's Young. 16 points for him. Pass to Mutombo. And here's White with the drive. The putback. It's good on the putback.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
And the timeout taken by Jerry Sloan. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. Now comes in for Chris Anderson. And it's Lynch in for Michael Beasley. And here are the Knicks now. Just 4 points. That's all they've given up here in the second half. And here is Ellis. 14 points for him. Yao with a screen on White. Stevenson. Dikembe Mutombo grabs the rebound. Mutombo's got 12 rebounds. Big time.
He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Greg, he lures them into a trap on the steal. And then bang, straight to the box.
Turning great defense into great offense. That's the kind of stop you're looking for.
On the wing, Johnson. He has 7. Here's Young. 6 on the shot clock. Now Maine pulls it in. Yao's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
Lynch, a screen on Young. Pass to Lynch. Over Young. Finished off by Young.
And Ming is mammoth in terms of his size. Exceptional at using it to snare those offensive rebounds.
Outside White. Back to Young. And the layup falls. Young's got 18 points in the game.
I mean, if the defender is going to play off like that, you know what's going to happen. There are going to be points put on the board.
Now with a screen on Young. Here's Ellis. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup. Ellis has got the lead up to 9 now for the Knicks. Now, here is Young. 18 points for him. Stripped it away. Over in the corner, Ellis. Picked by Yao. The 11-footer. Nice move. Yes, and it's Ellis picking up the assist. Ellis has got 5 assists tonight. And what's your take, guys, in the hustle stats for New York?
Well, all you can ask for is your guys to be really active on D, and they've been more than that tonight.
And they're also finding a good deal of their points off turnovers tonight. Seems like every time they come up with an extra possession, they find a way to convert.
And the foul called on Deshaun Stevenson. That's his first foul. Abdul Rauf, he's checked in for Jared White. And then for New York, Kobe comes in for Deshaun Stevenson. And it's Jeremy Lin in for Ellis. And here's Young from the arc. Great positioning on the putback. New York leading by 9. Lin with it. Mesty out. Back to Lin. Just 5 on the clock. It's stolen by Mutombo. Young passes to Johnson.
Well, with how well Johnson scores it, he gets the defender biting on the fake.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
2 shots.
And that one falls for Johnson. And both free throws good for Johnson.
And look, with Jalen Johnson, the talent's always been there, the versatility. But what he's really worked on is the consistency with his shooting and taking care of the ball.
Anthony's shot is off. The Hawks trail by 7. Daniels passes to Johnson. Can't connect from short range.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that finish.
And a little luck that time, but it drops. Anthony's got 14 points. And here's Young. He'll bring it up for the Hawks. And Quinn Snyder wants a timeout. He's ready to talk things through with them.
It just hasn't been there for him tonight. He looks like he's forcing it at this point.
He's checked in for the Hawks. And a switcher also for New York. Chris Anderson is checked in for Yao. Here's Rizachet, covered by Anthony. Mutombo is screen on Bryant, inside. Anderson with the block.
And how about the denial there by Anderson? He anticipated. And how fun is it watching Kobe take flight? His throwdowns are downright ridiculous.
The Hawks trail by 11. Pass to Rizachet. Here's Abdul Rauf. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That's on Chris Anderson.
You know what? Nice job.
And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And this is the time now
The previous play is under review.
the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed.
After review, the ruling on the floor stands.
We get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes to make the right call. And so the word is in. They have decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And you know, even if the coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reveal it. With double checking, and the game continues on.
Washington's checked in for the Hawks. And then for New York, Barnes comes in for Lynch, and it's Beasley in for Anthony. Outside Bryant, lets it go from deep. Yes! And a nice assist from Lynn. Lynn's got 3 assists tonight.
When you talk about pure scores, Kobe is near the top of that list. This guy makes it look easier with all that talent.
And the dunk by Ricochet.
And once he gets clear of the screen, there is no stopping him.
No, not when there's a flush waiting to happen.
Well, give credit to the screener there. That's how you help free up the defense.
Here's Beasley. That missed basket now makes him 4 of 8 from the field. To the middle. Here's Mutombo. Frees it up off the glass. Mutombo's got 19 points.
He's been very efficient in this quarter. Keep getting him the ball.
The Knicks leading by 8. Now Lynn. Outside, Bryant. No good from outside. Atlanta's gotten off to a very slow start from three-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4. He had a nice open look right there. And now it's only a 5-point Knicks lead.
Crisp mechanics of Young on display there. The guy who has his shot down the hole.
And looks like the illegal kick was set. Yep, that's right there. Get their attention.
And not the most common call you've seen in the NBA, but hard to argue that kick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, and that's maybe something that should be called more. We see a lot of moves.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
We've got 1:55 left in the third quarter. Outside, Kobe for 3. What a shooter! What a shooter! Kobe Bryant.
A nice set there, making it easy for Bryant. He had that lined up all the way.
The Hawks trail by 6. Here's Abdul-Rauf. 15 points in the game. Shot clock at 6. He drives in.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
Well, it's always a big plus when you have a point guard that can attack the rim like that, put so much pressure on the defense.
Bryant's shot is off.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can count on him to continue missing.
And so Lynn will bring it up for the New York Knicks. Outside, Kobe. Inside, Bryant sinks it.
Inside the paint, Bryant is just as much trouble. He's practically a sure thing from in close.
2-for-1 chance here.
Let's see if they use the clock to their advantage.
Okongwu, the pass to Abdul-Rauf. And stolen by Bryant. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Always going up for the alley-oop here. And Anderson slams it in.
And what a finish by Anderson, rising to get the lob pass and finish that one with some authority.
And so it's Atlanta with it. Trailing here by 8. Abdul-Rauf, the basket to set. 12 seconds left in the third. 6 to shoot. Stolen by Anderson. Oh, and here comes Barnes. All alone.
And unfortunately, we've seen a few too many of those. A lack of concentration, a turnover.
And so it's Kobe Bryant making things happen for the New York Knicks. It's been an excellent game for him offensively. He's got 21 points and counting. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball. And how about the perfect delivery?
Well, that was an absolute masterpiece of a decision. He knew exactly when to deliver the ball, and it made for a beautiful score.
Well, it doesn't get much better than playoff basketball. Let's get back to the action here in round 1. The small and power forwards are Shea and Johnson. Abdul Rauf is out there with Cassell. And it's O'Connell in at the 5, down low. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. Taken away by Anthony. Johnson with the rebound. The Hawks trail by 10. He takes it in. O'Connell trying to break free.
You know, for what Abdul Rauf lacks in size, he more than makes up for it with speed, ball handling, and the ability to score at all three levels.
And the timeout taken by Jerry Sloan. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. Now, let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
Hey guys, well, I was able to listen in on the Knicks head coach talking to his team. He told his guys, let's not waste this advantage. Hold on to it. Stay aggressive. Let's not give up ground. Coach wants to see his team staying strong out there, guys.
Thank you, Allie. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
And they came out of the locker room after halftime with a much more physical approach than what we saw in that first half.
Cassell against Ellis. Pass to Anthony. Now here's Yao. Just 5 to shoot. Over O'Connell. And Yao gets it to go on the assist by Anthony. And the Knicks lead by 10.
And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
Yao's gone 5 of 7 from the floor here. Abdul Rauf against Stevenson. Here's Abdul Rauf. A shot off that time. Good D by Stevenson. New York leading by 10.
You could see he was setting that up the minute he got his hands on the ball.
Well, you got to know what you're doing if you're going to do it. If you're going to try that, right? Oh, wow.
That was sensational. And you got to love seeing a guy having fun out there.
Abdul Rauf against Stevenson. From past the arc. Knicks with the rebound.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Ellis dishes to Anthony. And the layup's good off the glass. Anthony's got the lead up to 14 now for the Knicks.
Anthony just barreling through. No stopping him with a head. And
timeout is called by Quinn Snyder. Just to make sure everybody is coordinated and intent. And the Hawks making a change here. Young's checked in. Stevenson against Abdul Rauf. Johnson outside. Fires from the line. And he hits the Johnson. And now that's 11 points for Johnson.
Well, for a young player, those mid-range jumpers are challenging. Johnson is ready.
Beasley outside. Good, and the assist goes to Ellis.
Late reaction defensively. He quickly takes advantage. Grows their lead.
Yeah, look, the truth is, he doesn't need much space anyway. But that one was too easy.
Abdul Rauf against Stevenson. Abdul Rauf gets the young. Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Abdul Rauf against Stevenson. To the inside.
Precision basketball on the offensive end.
Well, the coaching staff made some adjustments for the second half, and they've come out with focus and execution.
And here's Young on the arc. While Meng pulls it in. Yao's got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big-time effort.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Here's Anthony to the paint. Yao draws the double. Stevenson with a clean look. And the Knicks hit again from deep.
Oh, great ball movement there.
And here's Young. They need this. And Okongwu finishes it off.
The preferred scoring area for Okongwu. He can get it done inside with his size and length.
And the timeout taken by Jerry Sloan. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. Tumbo is checked in for Okongwu. And then for New York. Anderson is checked in for Yao. And Kobe is subbed in for Carmelo Anthony. Bryant looking around. It's tipped.
Excellent D from Risache. He has great overall weight. Part of why he went first overall.
Offensive rebound. Johnson wide open. He fires. And the three off target. The Knicks leading by 18. Here's Kobe.
Oh, my.
Leaping up to the rim, Bryant sees the opening and does not hesitate to attack.
Johnson with a screen on Bryant. Here's Abdul-Rauf. And again, it's Atlanta.
Well, he's playing great tonight, but not quite well enough to carry the entire team. They need to find some other contributors.
Beasley with a screen on Abdul-Rauf. Here's Kobe. And there are the Knicks with another bucket.
The defense has got to cover Bryant everywhere. Otherwise, he'll just keep finding looks whenever he wants.
Pass to Mutombo. Hung outside. Here's Abdul-Rauf. Defended by Bryant. Young from outside. It's rebounded by New York. Anderson's got 13 rebounds in the game. Class eating. Young against Ellis. Anderson a screen on Young. Ellis goes in. And two free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. First free throw is good. Daniels is checked in for Atlanta. Derek White comes in for Abdul-Rauf. Matt Barnes is checked in for the Knicks. Hawks shoot just 30% from the field here in the fourth. Robinson against Daniel. And he knocks it down.
Well, Daniels is a tall guard. He can get up with the best.
And Zarellis will bring it up for the Knicks. And there's the try. Yes, that goes in. Ellis has got 20.
I love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless, building this lead in every way possible.
Daniels passes to Young. The shot's good on the assist by Daniel. He's got 23.
Yeah, and despite his size, Young is never intimidated taking it off the dribble.
The Knicks leading by 20. Outside Bryant. Johnson with the block. Outside White. It's Young on the wing. The Knicks pull it in.
Well, this period, he's been his own worst enemy, and now he's pressing.
Scores his sixth bucket from the floor with that one. He's shot the ball 11 times.
Can you even believe this is the same guy? What a difference here in the second half.
Stevenson's gone 6 of 11 tonight. More makes than misses. Young outside from downtown. Buries the long-range jumper. Young's got 10 points in just the second half.
Look, in that first half, he was hot from beyond the arc. And that's now his second in this half.
Bryant against White. Anderson a screen on White. Kobe kicks to Ellis. Here's Anderson. Atlanta with the rebound. Johnson's got his seventh rebound here tonight. Young pass to Daniels. Pass to Mutombo. Now here's White, guarded by Kobe. Shot clock at 2. White. The rebound by Anderson. New York leading by 19 points. Kobe, the pass to Anderson. And Young comes over the ball. And it's sent back by Mutombo. Here's Daniels. Trying to get open as Johnson. Daniels, no good. New York's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Here's Bryant, and the call on the shot sends him to the line.
The motor for Bryant never stopped. Right at the deep. They've done a much better job from the line this half. They've gotten that percentage up over 80 for the game.
Looking at who's out there now for the Knicks. Now checked in for Anderson. Carmelo Anthony comes in for Stevenson. And it's Jeremy Lin in for Ellis. Here's White. That one falls. Come on, Jackson Smith.
Once you're inside, anything can happen. Somehow, White ate it off.
New York's gone 7 of 15 from three-point range tonight. They're not afraid of that shot. On the wing, Bryant.
2 minutes remaining.
Clock at 6. Here's Yao. He trains the turnaround jump shot. Yao's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Part of what makes Yao so dangerous, he doesn't have to be right inside to score.
Young dishes to White. Johnson sets the screen for White. Inside. And it's Johnson with the jam.
This guy is a high flyer. I mean, especially for a power forward, and he needs to be as an undersized player.
The Knicks leading by 19 points.
And guys, just really impressed. They made big plays when it counted, and that's why it's going to be on to the next round for New York.
And it may be a comfortable win for them, but they had to weather a few storms along the way, and that's all part of the story.
Yeah, Ken, this was by no means the runaway that it might appear to be. It was a scrappy performance, though, all the way through.
And tonight's win really a reflection of how dominant they have been all series long. The 4-game sweep.
Yeah, I don't think they expected to pull off such a decisive win, but they had the momentum all series long. Time now, they get to move on.
And as usual, some excellent work tonight in what was a quality big impact game for Ellis.
And he found a way to leave his mark on every facet of the game. His activity and energy were huge factors.
Here's Anthony. Yao with the screen on Daniels. From 15 feet away, it's good.
Yeah, they sucked the energy out of this arena. Tremendous effort on the road.
Yeah, and winning games on the road is huge, especially when you get them in such a convincing fashion.
No good there.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
There's no air space there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without foul.
And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, and that's maybe something that should be called more. We see a lot of moving screens in today's NBA.
And we're going to move on to the conference semifinals. What a performance through the entire first round. Break sweeping in 4 games.
They really had a tremendous series. Watching how well these guys played as a unit has got to be scary for their round 2 matchup.
Well, that'll do it for now. Glad you could join us during this first round of the Eastern Conference playoffs. Here with Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce. I'm Kevin Harlan, signing off for this presentation of NBA basketball. And as we leave you, we give you our player of the game, Monte Ellis.